Hi again. I'm going to be doing another drawing tutorial today, and this time I'm going to teach y'all how to draw a sloth in a tree. Now today's tutorial is going to be a little bit different from the other ones that I've done in the past because I'm going to be drawing it not starting with the eyes. Now I typically do start with the eyes on most of my drawings, but in this case it's a little bit easier to start from the body. So to start this guy out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw his head. And his head is going to be kind of like a J or kind of like a fish hook shape. And then once I have that shape, I'm going to draw his back and I'm going to have it come up just like that. And you can see there's space in between here and here. And I'm just going to have that come up like that into a little point, just like that. And that's going to be my sloth's back leg. Now I got to draw my sloth's front leg. So to do that, I'm going to come right next to here. And I did a little bitty U shape right there just because I don't want his head to be like right next to his arm. And then I'm going to do another little pointy shape and then a little bitty space in between them. And that's how I'm going to start my sloth out. So it's kind of an interesting shape you see here. It's kind of like a bean, but with two pointies on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my sloth's toes. And to do that, you just make these like the top of candy corn. Make two lines, and that's going to be my sloth's little toes. And I'm also going to add a few of these little dashes, and these are just going to be like my sloth's hair on his back. You can add as many or as few of these as you want. They just are supposed to look like the little hairy back that the sloth would have. Their hair is very, very coarse and it's almost kind of prickly. It's not soft like other animals. So that's why we draw it this way. Now I'm going to draw my sloth's face. And to draw his face, I'm going to start kind of right in the middle of this hill right here. And I'm going to draw, I would say it's kind of like a peach shape or like a heart without a point at the bottom. So you can see it's a circle with a little point in the center. So it could be like a peach, it could be like a cherry without a stem, it can be any of those shapes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come inside of that little shape and I'm going to do the two, I guess you could call them eye patches. So there will be one here and there's going to be another one right here. And then I'm going to have his little nose in the center. And it's just a little tiny dot. Then I want to have my sloth's eyes. And I'm going to have one right here. And I'm going to have one right here. And then I'm going to do a little bitty line down from the nose. And then I'm just going to make a tiny little smile. Very simple. Usually I would do like the sideways number 3 shape here, but I just did a smile for this guy. And if you want, you can also add some little cheeks to your sloth. Just like that. Now, no sloth is perfect or complete without a branch to be sitting on. Right now it looks kind of like our sloth is floating, and that is not what I'm going for. So to finish this guy off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a branch that my sloth is going to be sitting in. To do that, you want to have the top of these two, a line go in between them, and that line is going to continue that way. Then that line is going to go this way. And you can see my line is a little broken up and it's a little bit wavy. That's okay because he's in a branch and it wouldn't be perfectly straight anyway. That's going to be the top of the branch. Now the bottom of the branch, see how I go right through those toes? And I'm going to have it go behind his head, so I'm going to stop it right there. And then I'm going to have it continue this way. I'm going to make a branch go down. Just like that. And that's going to be my little branch. And I say I'm going to do some little leaves. You can do as many or as few leaves as you want, or if you want, you don't even have to do any. It just makes for a more complete picture when you're done. And you can see all of those leaves were just tiny little lines, and then these look kind of like an almond shape or kind of like an apple seed. Now, the one thing I do want you to notice is look at how all those branches are coming off of my other branch. They don't come off like at a T shape like this. Sorry, I'm trying to move my thumb so that's easier to see. They don't come off at a T shape like this. They come off like a V shape. See how those are coming off of that branch like at a V shape? You want to make sure your branches never go like this and that they always go like this. That will make them more realistic. And then I'm going to do some lines inside of this tree for the bark. And that's just going to make it look a little bit more realistic too. And then I'm going to do a couple of those little hair lines inside of the sloth's head. Just like that. And that is how you would draw a sloth. Now, if you want to do one more detail to make this look a little bit more realistic, you can also add the back legs or the idea of back legs holding on to the other side of this branch just by adding a little line there and a line there. And then I'm adding a little bit of a fur line there and there. See, now it looks like there's other legs that are behind this branch that are holding him on. And that's how you would draw a sloth sitting in a tree. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope we have some really cute sloths.